The Polytechnic Teachers Association of Ghana has finally called off its 3-month-long strike over research and book allowance. POTAC began their nationwide strike in May over government's plan to scrap the book and research allowance and establish a national research fund. The association subsequently withdrew their services after various efforts to have the decision reversed by government proved futile. General Secretary of POTAC, Ibrahim Ademu, confirming the end to the strike, said they had a meeting with the Ministry of Employment and Labour Relations after a memorandum of understanding was signed to that effect. Lecturers are entitled to anything from 400 to 1,500 cedis per year for their book and research allowance. Outspoken politician Dr. Sekou Nkrumah says he doubts if the two-time presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, can provide the kind of leadership Ghana requires to develop. According to Sekou Nkrumah, the age of the former Attorney General is increasingly becoming a problem in his ability to provide the hands-on leadership needed to catapult the nation to the next level. The son of Ghana's first president said it is important for the country to avoid a repetition of what happened to late Professor Mills in office. Bawa Fuseni, one-time 400-meter runner for the state, has expressed happiness about the victory of Matabisa, who managed to secure the country's first-ever gold medal in Nanjing, China.
Well, I've seen athletics in Ghana is growing, and it's growing very, very fast. What we need to do now is to support these kids to grow and to mature. Both the government and the private sector need to do something about this glorious future athletes. What I have to tell Ghanaians is that now the elusive Olympic gold medal for Ghana is no more elusive. The myth has been broken by Matabisa. That indicates that Ghana has got what it takes to take the Olympic gold medal. What we need now, or the station needs now, is the corporate support, is the government support.
The group captain in charge of the Ghanaian contingent in Nanjing, George Dazi, in an interview with our rep in Nanjing, gave an overview of Ghana's campaign in China.
Very, very happy to be associated with this Team Ghana that has brought the honorable feat of capturing a gold medal to Ghana, back to Ghana. My assertion for these games, first, is about the way the games have been organized. It has been impressive, and the Chinese organizers have been very, very super. Everything went on fine, and then conditions were, they give the next host a lot to actually compare with if they want to do something similar.
All schools in Nigeria have been ordered to remain shut until 13th October as part of measures to prevent the spread of the deadly Ebola virus. The new academic year was due to start on Monday, but the Education Minister ordered the closures to allow staff to be trained on how to handle suspected Ebola cases. 5 people have died of Ebola in Nigeria. The West Africa outbreak has centered on Guinea, Liberia and Sierra Leone, killing more than 1,400 people. There is no cure for Ebola, but with intensive care treatment and proper hydration, patients have a chance of survival. The Nigerian government says it hopes its efforts to contain the virus are working, as there is only one confirmed case of Ebola remaining. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has shut down a laboratory in Sierra Leone after a health worker there was infected with Ebola, a move that may hamper efforts to boost the global response to the worst ever outbreak of the disease. Thousands of Palestinians are celebrating in Gaza after Israel and Palestinian groups agreed on an open-ended ceasefire to end 7 weeks of fighting in Gaza. The Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, said on Tuesday from the occupied West Bank that a formula has been accepted by all parties and that a ceasefire had gone into effect at 1600 GMT. He hailed the agreement as a chance to build a new nation and end the occupation, before thanking Egypt, Qatar and the US for their roles in brokering the agreement. Hamas's exiled deputy leader, Musa Abu Marzouk, said the agreement was a victory for the resistance. Crowds took to the bombed-out streets of Gaza to celebrate the end of hostilities. Many used the V to signify Palestinian victory over Israel. Ophir Gendelman, the Israeli Prime Minister's spokesman on the Arab world, said operations in Gaza were a victory for Israel. Israeli government spokesman Mark Regev also said that the bloodshed could have been avoided if Hamas had accepted the July 15 ceasefire agreement. Several senior Hamas and Islamic Jihad leaders made rare public appearances after the truce took hold.
That ends News Alert on Capital Television.